The election is just over a month away, and this positive result could have a major impact on both campaigns. So let's take a moment, take a deep breath. WBZ political analyst Jon Keller joins me now to discuss. And so, Jon, no question, this will take the president off the campaign trail. How big of an impact do you think this will be?
Well, it hurts, at least in the short term, Paula. President Trump has always relied heavily on the visuals of cheering crowds and his freewheeling style at rallies to generate and convey images of enthusiasm and momentum, two qualities he needs injected into his campaign very urgently, according to the polls. And look, you know, he's not the only Paula who relies on that. Joe Kennedy, the congressman who lost to Ed Markey in the Senate primary, told me afterward he felt a major reason for his defeat was the inability to campaign in this way and have it be a visual allegory for supposed momentum he was building up. And consider this, Paula. 3 of the 5 states with the most infections right now in the country are Texas, Georgia, and Florida. Those are 3 states where the Biden-Trump race is close. Donald Trump cannot afford to lose even one of those states and still win the presidency. So you wonder what's going through the minds of voters in those beleaguered states right now when they look back at all the video of him downplaying mask wearing and see the result. Paula?
And there's no question, Jon, you know, the president has had his own unique take on this entire process since last February in discussing masks, discussing the virus. Do you anticipate a change in the president's tone when he talks about the virus moving forward, or are we going to have more of the same?
You know, Paula, I wish I had $1 for every time during the Trump era that we've had discussions about, well, is his tone going to change? I think at this point you have to say it's likely not going to change, and it's too bad for him. Look, if there's one thing we know from the history of American politics and of show business, which are certainly hand in hand here, everybody loves the story of a repentant sinner. You know, I made a mistake, I've admitted it, now I'm atoning for it. That's a good storyline. I think the president might benefit politically, or might have if he'd done it sooner. It's getting awfully late in the game. But I think the chances of him doing it are none and Slim just left town.
It'll be interesting to see if we see the president via Zoom or some other technology in the coming days. Jon Keller, thank you so much.